Hey everybody, what's up? It's Peyton, and I've tried to redo this video a few times. The last one ended with a robot falling down the stairs, so that wasn't the best thing to happen, but it still works. Everything's good. And I actually have an app on my phone that will allow me to put multiple video clips together. I'm dumb. I completely forgot about using iMovie on the iPhone, so yeah. I have that now, and I have figured out how to use it. It's an Apple app, so of course it works well with VoiceOver and everything, so we'll see how it goes. I did kind of a test video to make sure everything worked, and it seemed to work okay, so we'll see how it does. But this is going to be my review on STone8, ST18. I don't know how you say that. The S and the T are capitalized, so most of the time when they capitalize letters like that, it's usually pronounced some weird way. So, and I've heard in a video they pronounced it as ST18, so I'm assuming that's how it is. That's how you'd say that, but I don't know. So this is going to be kind of a description and review, going over all the features and everything that it has. So to start off, just a little background information. It was made by a company called Kids Station Toys in 2018, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. All I could find that had the year on it was one listing on eBay. But I kind of figured it had to, or this is just my guess because they could have updated the app, but I'm guessing it came out somewhere between 2014 and 2018 because the app says that it requires at least iOS 8. I don't know if the app is available on Android. I don't have an Android device that I can look for the app on. I have an iPhone, so that's what I know. But it came out somewhere between 2014 and 2018. I say 2014 because that's when iOS 8 came out, so. And, you know, that really doesn't say much. This could have been something from maybe a 2012 Furby, you know, around that time, but I'm going more towards the 2018 time period. I find it hard to believe that it came out back then because nothing really used Bluetooth back then except for like the more advanced robots. Even MIP didn't get it until 2014, so I don't know. So to start off, it kind of it has, the whole thing is round, the bottom is flat, and it's kind of a dome shape at the top where his head is. Sticking out of the top of his head is the antenna, which lights up. It's like a rubber kind of thing, so it slightly moves, but not really. It doesn't move on its own. There's no sensor in it. They tried to make it so the antenna lights up, which I think would have been really cool, but I don't think they did it right because really all you can see is just the bottom light, like the light on the very bottom of the thing under it that lights up, and you can really only see it from the back of his head. I mean, you can see it from the top and the front, but it's easier to see from the back. On the front, there are his eyes. Each eye has 3 separate LEDs in it, so they do have some slight I mean, a very small amount of animation, I guess. And then on the front and back of his head, like where I guess where a mouth would be, and on the opposite side, on the back of his head, there are these holes. I am not quite sure what they do. They don't seem to be sensors of any sort. I don't know. But the sound sensors are on the sides of its head. There are these things on each side, one on each side where his arms are supposed to be. But the arms are, I don't know what you call those, like the ball joint connector things. So they pop off really easy. They're meant to be popped off and on and assembled in different to different lengths. So they're designed to pop off, but I think that's a dumb idea, because what happens if the thing runs into a wall or falls downstairs? You're going to lose all those pieces. So I have the arms put up, and I usually pull them off when I'm playing with them. So that's it for the head. As far as actual features, there are touch sensors. There's one big one on the back of the head, and he likes it when you pet him there. And then there's one between the eyes. The instruction manual says it's supposed to be closer to his mouth, but you can tap like all the way up, like towards the top of his head between his eyes, and it'll still work, but that's used for feeding him. So you tap that sensor there. Oh, something I forgot. The eyes also have infrared sensors in them. So now, and then the head also spins almost 360 degrees. There's one thing in there to stop it from going all the way around, but it almost goes 360. Now for the body, it's the whole thing is kind of split in half by this rubber stuff. It almost feels like a vacuum cleaner hose, but a little bit bigger. And the thing is kind of leaned back, so it's not standing straight up. So when the head is twisted all the way around, it looks like he's looking down or something, which maybe they intended it to be that way so that whenever it moves, it kind of looks like it's moving back and forth. I've noticed that whenever you turn it on, it moves the wheels one way, like it spins the body one way and moves the head another way, so it looks like it's just going forward. But yeah, I don't know. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing around the sides. On the bottom, there is a few things. Closer to the front is the battery compartment. It takes 4 AAAs, and it's one where the batteries go in vertically. They stand up inside of it. You have to just plop the batteries in and then put the cover on, and then it will work. And then towards the back on the front, on the bottom side, is the speaker opposite from the battery compartment. And then if you're looking at it, like if you have it flipped up normally, kind of on the back right is the power button, and right below, or I guess right in front of that power button, if you're looking at it normally, is actually a button that people aren't supposed to know about. That is the button for the factory test mode. Yes, this actually does have a physical test mode button. I stuck a screwdriver in there and spun it around to make that hole a little bit bigger so it was easier for me to get to, because I like the test mode. I mean, I needed to figure out the test mode, so that's what I did. So now the hole is really big, but when you get it, that hole is probably too small to even stick like a paperclip in there. It is an extremely small hole. That's what normally works for reset buttons and stuff like that, is like a straightened paper clip. But I didn't try it, but I'm guessing that you probably couldn't have even stuck one of those in there. So I took a couple different size screwdrivers. So now the hole is probably big enough to stick a normal sized screwdriver into. I think it's almost the size of the screw holes around the edge of the thing. Yeah, I think it is. So that's pretty much the bottom, and then on either side is it has the wheels. And then on the front and the back, it's got these plastic pieces, which I don't really like. I wish they would have put smaller wheels like some other things do, because whenever it's moving, it kind of wobbles back and forth. So I wish they would have put smaller wheels on the bottom so that it was easier for it to move and it didn't slide like that. If it had wheels in the back and the front, it would roll on those as well as the motorized ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the description. Now let's turn it on and get to some of the things that it can do. So I'm gonna press the power button now, and it will reset the head positions. Like if I kind of move the head to one side, it'll pop it back to the center. After a few seconds, like it'll turn on, the eyes will light up, and it'll go through all of the different colors of the antenna light, and then it will start up. Makes some weird noises. It doesn't really talk, it just kind of makes odd noises. I forgot that I was doing that. So it has two microphones, so it can sense the direction that sound is coming from. It has one on each side of the head. The microphones are right in front of the arm holes, I guess. It has the touch sensors. It has the infrared sensors, and it also has a vibration sensor inside of it so that it can detect if you are hitting it or dropping it or shaking it or something. So I kind of do this. Actually, I think I found that doing this was better. It kind of goes crazy like you're shaking it. And the top light will actually tell you how it's feeling. So because I did that quite a bit, I did it to show you the difference. It kind of it blinks at different speeds and different colors to show you. Okay. So this is the lowest that it goes. Oh, where it was. Flashing purple. The faster speed. This is the slower one. So petting its head and feeding it will get it back up. So it goes purple, red, green, blue, and yellow. So 10 different ones, because it has all 5 of those colors at the 2 different speeds too. So this is what it does when you feed it. It makes some weird noises. Oh, I guess it was when it's not. Oh, no. Sometimes it does that even when it is still hungry. That's the only sound you're going to do now? Come on. Oh, yeah, it does that one. That one. And for some reason it does that. What is that supposed to be? I'll kind of go over here so it doesn't. Oh, and it does that when it's not hungry. When you fed it enough and it doesn't need any more pops between the eyes, then it does that. The hand gesture controls, I can't really show you because it will fly off the table if I try to do that. But basically you do, I guess I can show you, but I'm going to have to hold it up. Oh, the light is still flashing purple, so I'll get it up first, and then I'll show the hand movement things. So as I'm doing this, you can see that the light changes color, so now it's flashing a little bit faster. Red. I don't know. Oh, now it's green. I don't know why, but I've never been a big fan of the robots that just sit there and make weird noises that sound like they're talking, but they aren't really. Oh, now it's blue, so I'm almost there. Now it's flashing blue a little bit slower. Now it's yellow. And now it's all the way up. So the hand gesture control thing is, if you're familiar with the WowWee MIP, it's sort of like that. MIPS, I think, is a little bit better, a little more responsive. So if you go, I'm not going to put it on the table because it will fly off, but so that makes it turn left. Okay. I was a little scared to let go of it because I didn't want it to like randomly recognize a sound or something and go flying off. And then, so basically you move your hand to the left or right to make it go that direction. And then if you wanted to make it go backwards, you go in front of it and you kind of move your hand back. And make it go forward. This one's kind of hard to do. You put your hand close and then go out, like farther away. So yeah, so that is pretty much what you can do without the app. I do have my old phone, so I will make a part 2 showing the app. See, I'm trying to remember. I think I got everything. All the different sensors. I showed the vibration sensor, the touch sensors, the feeding it. The test mode will be a completely separate video. I'm not gonna do the test mode in this video or the next one. So, I will say, if you haven't been playing with it for a while, it will shut itself off after a few minutes. So, yeah, I think that is it. So, that is STone8. And I will see y'all in part 2.